Welcome to Made with Love by Daisy. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this pretty pom-pom edging. I discovered this a while back and it has very soon become one of my most favorite edgings. So let's get into the stitch right away. In this top, I've worked it sideways, so I'm going to show you how to make the pom-poms along the sides of the rows. If you want to, you can do it on any side. So let's get started. I've got my slip knot here. And yes, I will be using Anchor mercerized knitting cotton. So this is the 4-ply one. Now slip stitch into the very first corner. Now you want to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This will determine how long your pom-pom will hang. So if you want to chain 5 or chain 6 or even chain 3, you can do so, but remember this will be the height of your pom-pom. So once you've done your basic height, so minus 4 chains, you want to chain 3 more. So 1, 2 and 3. So I have a total of 4 plus 3, 7 chains here. Now yarn over and insert your hook into the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2 and 3 right here, and pull up a loop. Now yarn over and work through 2 loops. So here's our first half, you can call it a half double crochet, so yeah, half of the DC. Let's do that again. Pull up a loop and work through 2 loops, and I'm gonna do it a third time. So pull up a loop and work through 2 loops. So you should have a total of 4 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull through. So we have made our very first cluster. Now what we're going to do is chain 2, turn your cluster like this, and you're going to make another cluster on top of this. So you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. Oops, I think I split my yarn, sorry. So yarn over and pull up a loop, draw to 2, and you're going to repeat that 2 more times. Yarn over, pull up a loop, work through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, and work away 2. So there we have 4 loops on the hook, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 4. So you should have something that looks like this. Now we're going to turn the pom-pom back like this, because you remember after the first cluster we turned to work the second cluster. So we're going to turn it back and go into the same chain where we worked the first cluster. So that is right here. So you're going to go here and slip stitch. So here's our very first pom-pom. Now to finish this stitch, you want to chain 4 and 4. Basically you want to chain the same number of chains that you did in the beginning, so that both sides are equal. So now here are my rows. So I don't want to go into the very next row. I'm going to skip this and go into the next row. So my first pom-pom is done. You can squish it up a little to make it more poofy. And this stitch is actually very adaptable. So you can make it as long or short as you want. If you want your pom-pom to be fatter, you can make a cluster of 4 DC or 5 DC or how many of a DC you want to. So I have made 3 DC clusters. So that's how we make the pom-pom. Let's do that one more time and then we can stop. So I'm chaining 4 for my pom-pom height. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now chain 3, and we're going to work a 3DC cluster into the third chain from the hook. 2, 3, chain 2, turn your pom-pom and make another cluster on top of the first cluster. 1, 2 and 3. So here is our second 3DC cluster. Now turn the pom-pom, insert your hook into the chain where we made the first cluster, slip stitch and chain 4, or how many other chains you've chosen to do. And I'm skipping this row and going into this row. So this is how you make the pom-pom edging. So if you like this tutorial, like, share, comment, and if there's any other stitch for which you'd like me to make a tutorial, leave it in the comment section below. Happy hooking!